Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're well. Just having a few technical issues at the moment. Just bear with me. Hopefully we're on the right sharing thing now. So come across, say hello, tell me what you've been up to. I hope you all stay nice and dry in this wet weather. It's nice and mild here today, thank God. Still a bit wet though. Just bear with me 1 second. Right, we should be okay to make a start. Hello, Charlotte. How are you? Good morning to you. It's afternoon here, just past 1 p.m. So, let's just wait for a few of you to come on, and then we'll see where we're at. Where is everybody this morning? Is there a bit of a delay on Facebook? There we go. Right, I think we're just about sorted now. Hi, Jen Star. Hi, Mel. Hi, Elaine. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Okay, I know I haven't been on for a bit, but life's kind of taken over a little bit with one thing and another. So, but I'm back, and I should be back on Wednesdays at 12 o'clock. The only reason why I'm not on at 12 today is because there was a bit of an emergency with my little granddaughter, bless her. She's not very well. So if you can send her some love and healing, that would be very much appreciated. She's 3 years old and very poorly at the moment, and could do with lots of healing angels around her. Lovely to see you too, Mel. Thank you. You missed me. Oh. Bless you. Right, I'm going to use my Kipper cards today. They're going to be quick, fast mini readings. I'm not planning on tuning into Spit, but as you all know, the way I work, they're either going to step in or they won't. If they do, I shall let you know. She's got tonsillitis and an upper respiratory infection, so she's on some antibiotics at the moment. But yeah, she's a little bit poorly. She'll be okay once the medicine kicks in, but she's not very well today at all, bless her. And you know what children are like for taking medicine, so it's been a bit of a battle. So yeah, thank you for all your love and healing. It's very much appreciated. Yeah, so okay, let's see. I'm going to come to, let's see, the first person that was on, Charlotte Louise. Now we are streaming to both Facebook and YouTube. So YouTubers, if you want the chance of a reading, you need to comment. If I don't see your comments, I don't see you there. If I don't see you there, I cannot be drawn to you for a reading. I'm not saying that the reading's guaranteed, but I do try to make it equal. Oh, exactly, Mel, exactly. All right, let's have a look. Charlotte. So I'm using my Kipper cards today, what I call my Kipper cards. So these will give more of a direct guidance. Oh, okay. So Charlotte, you've got the health card. Now, I'm not saying there is bad health coming or whatever. Don't deem it as a warning sign or whatever the case may be, but I do feel that you have been poorly. I do feel this card has come out because you've had a period of illness of some sort, whether you've been drained of energy or whether you've had colds or just generally felt not yourself. I don't feel this is anything serious, but I do feel that you need looking after, my darling. And I do feel that you know you've needed looking after, but you're not too proud to ask, but too stubborn to ask for help. Does this make sense, my darling? Yes. Okay. Thank you for that confirmation. So what I need to say to you is the windows are open. I'm seeing the green. I'm feeling, as I'm talking, I'm feeling the breeze. So I feel you need fresh air. I feel you need to get outside more. Hi, Christine Stewart, my lovely. How are you? It's good to see you back, my darling. But yes, I do feel that you need fresh air. I do feel that you need if you can get out, just even if it's just for a short walk for 10 minutes a day, just to get that breath of lungs, and that will help not only your mental health, but it will help you feel more energized and feel more awake within yourself. Okay. Now I'm seeing the nurse writing down on paper. So I do feel there's either doctor's appointments been or doctor's appointments coming up. Make sure you attend these appointments. Again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not diagnosing, I'm not saying there's anything wrong, but I do feel that you need something to give you that little bit of a boost, whether that's a vitamin deficiency, whether it's an adjustment on current medications, or whatever the case may be. But I do feel that there's something other than a natural remedy needed to give you that bit of a boost. Okay, my sweetheart. So I hope that helps. You will start to feel better soon. Again, it's up to you if you follow the cards guidance. Nothing's set in stone. But if you feel that you need some sort of blood test to see if there's any sort of deficiency going on that's making you feel the way that you are, might be an idea to get that checked out. All right, my darling. But whatever it is, it will get sorted and you will start to feel better. 3 and 1 is 4. So I do know April is important to you. And I do feel that between now and April, again, you will start feeling better and you will start, but definitely get outside more. Lots of leg cramps. Again, movement will help that, my darling. And if you're concerned about the leg cramps, again, go and get it checked out by a GP. It could be something as simple as a vitamin deficiency. It could be something simple as I don't know, maybe you've pulled a muscle or something, or maybe there's some sort of blood vessel thing going on. I don't know, but I think that, again, maybe some further investigation is needed. All right, my darling, I hope that helps, and I'll say thank you for working with me. And Pamela says tonic is good for cramps. Again, before you do anything, before you take any alternative or any advice, please go get yourself checked out by a professional and make sure there's nothing untoward going on. All right, my lovely. YouTube. Who's our first on YouTube? Hello, Denise. Come on down, as they say. Would love a reading if it's meant to be. Well, it is meant to be, my darling, because you are there. So let me know that you are there, my sweet. And we will see what the cards say for you. Hello, my darling. Thank you for joining me. Thank you all for joining me this afternoon. It is very much appreciated. For those of you that don't know who I am Stace Shaw, and I am a psychic, intuitive card reader and spiritualist medium. I am only working on a psychic level today. However, spirit do have a habit of jumping in on me. If that happens, I will let you know, because it's important for you to know the difference. So. Okay, let's see what guidance the cards have for you, Denise. See what's happening in your world. As I'm shuffling the cards, I've got the song for you. It was a school hymn back in the day. He's got the whole world in his hand, and I want to change the words to she's got the whole world in her hands. So I do feel at the minute you've got options and choices, and you literally have the whole world in your hands. You can do and be anything you want to do and be, my darling. And I feel this needs to be said because you don't have a lot of confidence in yourself and you don't have a trust in your own abilities. And I want to say this needs to stop, and you need to start believing in yourself, because you are more than capable of achieving your goals and dreams. Does that make sense? I feel like there's something that you're wanting to progress with, or something that you've been thinking of going to achieve, but you are stopping yourself because you don't think you've got the ability, or you don't think you can do it, or for some reason your confidence is low. But they're telling me that you are capable and you need to move forward, and you don't know if you don't try. And going back to saying failure is often the route to success, because without failures we don't learn, and if we don't learn we don't progress, and if we don't progress we don't achieve. So that being said, without it sounding like a lecture, get on with it, girl. What are you waiting for? Take that risk. Have a leap of faith. Okay, have faith in yourself. Back yourself, because you are more than capable. So whatever it is that you're wanting to do, get your head on and do it, my darling. Messages. So there's some news that you've been waiting for. And I want to say this is good news because the envelope is open and you've got the red seal there. You've got the telephone. But I do feel this is a message coming through the mail rather than a telephone or a text. So whether you've applied for something, whether you've applied for study or course or a job, whatever it is, this is a card that brings good news. Okay, so whatever it is you're waiting to hear from, again, it's going to be good news. And the drawer is open. So again, I want to say this is a letter that requires acceptance or some sort of positive response from yourself. So once you get this letter, make sure you read it properly, and again, it's about acceptance, and the drawer is open. So it's your choice whether you accept it or not, but this is a sign that you should accept. Okay. The writing's already been done, so it's there for your taking should you choose to take it, but it's got to be your choice. All right, my darling, you've got the number 7 card, and 7 for me is about if you look at the number, it's kind of pointing to the past but leaning up against the future. So I want to say the lessons from the past may help you with the choice that you wish to take. Now, when I say lessons from the past, I want to take the positives from the past, not the negatives, okay? So don't focus on the fact that it didn't work out, or that something went wrong, or that it didn't quite happen the way you wanted it to happen. Focus on what you learned from that, and then use that to lean up against the future, and to kind of look ahead a little bit, and know that if you use that as a foundation, as a leaning post, that you'll be able to move forward with confidence and with success. Okay, my darling, I hope that helps, and I'll say thank you for working with me. Hi, Priscilla. Hope you're well. Okay, Melanie, let's come to you, my darling. Melanie. Now, I didn't want to shorten your name then for some reason. I wanted to call you Melanie and not Mel, so you would understand. Here we go. They're popping in, they're jumping in, just like they always do. God bless them. I have a lady with me for yourself, my darling. And this lady would have had breathing problems. She would have had deep, heavy breathing. Almost, I want to say it's coming from the lungs. So I'm feeling there would have been some sort of respiratory problem or some sort of lung issue with this lady. And she didn't like to call you Mel. She didn't like to shorten your name. It was Melanie. It had to be Melanie. Let me know if that makes sense. she's quite a fast talker, I want to say, and she's pulling 2 or 3 cards out at a time, because when I first came to you, there was 3 cards that flew out, and I just thought that was me. So I reshuffled them, and I've got another 2 cards. My mother-in-law, she always called me Melissa. So, okay, so where's Melanie come from then? Because I got the name Melanie. Her daughter is Melanie, but we all called her Mel, but not her. Ah, okay. So that's where the Melanie kicks in. Thank you for that confirmation, my darling. I just got the name Melanie, and it had to be Melanie, not Mel. Yeah. Okay, that would make sense then. So that's her way of coming through as evidence. So this would be your mother-in-law, you said. Okay, my darling. Now again, she's pulled out 2 cards, so I do feel that she's around you a lot. I'm getting goosebumps on my legs, so I do know there would have been mobility problems with this lady, with struggling to walk. She wasn't very steady on her feet, I feel. And I'm getting them sort of from the knees down. So I'm feeling as well that the bottom half of my leg is throbbing. So I kind of feel there's some sort of, not deep vein thrombosis. She's showing me my grand's legs, and I can't remember what my grand had. Varicose veins. That's it. Thank you. Varicose veins. She had respiratory issues and issues walking. Again, thank you for that confirmation. But yes, I'm getting varicose veins with her as well. Okay, so this lady would have been a very fast talker. She'd often say what needed to be said, but she would say it very bluntly, very firmly, and very quickly. And there was no room for misinterpretation. You couldn't say to this woman, well, I didn't understand what you meant, or I didn't understand how you felt, because she would make it crystal clear how she felt about things. And yes, she had them as well. Thank you, my darling. Now she's drawing me to my cards. You feel her around you, because as I'm talking, I'm feeling the temperature go cold. And I'm getting goosebumps all over now, not just on my legs. So I do know this woman has been visiting you from the world of spirit, and I do know when you've felt her, you felt the temperature drop, and you've kind of gone all tingly. So this woman's been around you a lot lately, and I feel she's been around you a lot because there's a situation around you where something needs to be said, or things need to be said, and it needs to be made crystal clear. And she's talking about boundaries. She's saying that boundaries need to be set because there's somebody that's crossing the boundary lines. And I wouldn't normally describe it like that, but this is what she's telling me. Somebody is crossing the boundary lines. She's concerned, darling. She's concerned that somebody is taking advantage, or there's something that is going on that isn't quite as crystal clear as it should be. And yeah, you've got the 33 card. 3 and 3 is 6. It's June. So I do feel that June is an important month. You've got the light shining through the window as well. So I do know she's been watching from the world of spirit. That's just confirmation that she's been watching. And like I say, she's concerned that you're not saying what needs to be said, or you've said something that's been misinterpreted or misunderstood, and it needs to be said in a different way to make it crystal clear what it is that you expect and what it is that you want, or what it is that you're feeling. And I feel like it's a little bit of all three. Again, you can take that 100%. Thank you, my darling. 3 is her favorite number. 33 is her number. June is my husband and his sister's birthday. Wow. So this lady is really coming through strong. So she must, I feel like she must have been aware of the spirit world before she passed. Whether she practiced it or not, I'm not feeling that, but she had a great awareness. For her to come through this strong, that's great evidence for you, and I'm glad that she's come through like that. So that's the card. But however, she's also pulled out the Great Fortune card. So this is her way of saying, providing that you speak your truth and you let people know what you expect, what your boundaries are, and how you are feeling, everything will come good. Don't be afraid to ruffle a few feathers. You've got the storm clouds in the background there, but right in the middle of the storm clouds, you've got that beautiful golden light. So shine your light, my darling. Break through them storm clouds and tell them all to grow up, she's saying. Tell them all to grow up. So whatever this is that's going on, it's feeling quite petty, quite silly, and it's nothing that can't be sorted with a bit of common sense and a little bit of refereeing from yourself. Now, normally I'd say don't be pig in the middle and don't get involved, but I feel like this is giving you a real headache now, and this lady's saying it needs to stop. And once you've spoken your truth, peace will reign and things will go your way. Okay, things will work out in your favor. You've got the number 9 card. So again, this is about tying up loose ends, ending the situation, and spreading the love and spreading the peace, because I'm being drawn to the basket being emptied by the statue there. But all will be well. You've just got to speak your truth, say it how it is, and get them sorted. Okay? Yeah, that's exactly what she would say. Yeah. Okay, my darling. Well, I will leave her love with you. I'll leave that advice with you. I will leave your mother-in-law's love with you. That's all she came to say, but she's watching. She's trying to help the situation, and she's saying you will find the right words when you need to find them, and you will find the right moment. There'll never be a perfect moment, but she's saying you will find the right moment, but it needs to be done, and it needs to be kind of kicking butts. Okay, like a light switch. Get it said, get it done, get it over with. All right, my darling. I will leave her love with you, and I'll say thank you both for working. Same to you, my darling. I'm glad it resonated. All right, let's see who's next. Where's my YouTubers at? Come on, YouTubers. I know you're there. Jen Star. Let's come to you since you're the closest one to me in the chat. We are streaming to both Facebook and YouTube, people. So please, if you're on YouTube, make sure you comment, because if you don't comment, I can't see you. And if I can't see you, I can't draw a card for you. Hello, my darling Jen. I do try and alternate between Facebook and YouTube as much as I can. Just remember, these are mini readings, so I will make them short, sharp, and quick. And as I say that, Jen, we've already had this one, but never mind. You are also waiting for some news, my darling. There's a message for you, but this time I'm being drawn to the ink and the pen. So I do feel that you are the one that needs to send a message. Now, I've never really had this before. So I kind of feel like this message that needs to be sent is an important one. Now, whether it's a message in the symbolic sense, as in somebody needs to be taught a lesson, or whether this is a message needs to be sent expressing how you feel on an emotional level. But there's definitely a message needs to be sent from yourself to somebody else. Now the drawer is open, so I feel that this issue has been open for a while, and you're not going to get closure until this message is sent. I'm hoping this is making sense to you, because it's not for me to interpret, and it sounds quite confusing to me. So let me know if this is resonating, and if you will can understand. I'm trying to get an idea of what this message needs to be sent, but I do feel, again, it seems to be the theme. Spirit always give me a theme. This is about respecting boundaries. I feel that there's been a sense of mistrust or betrayal somewhere along the line, and the message that needs to be sent is you've crossed that line and that's it, we're done, kind of message. A message that means that you're not gonna compromise yourself or your boundaries or your morals for somebody else's benefit. Does that make sense to you, my darling? I can't see any response from you, so I don't know if I'm on the right lines or not. Can you let me know? Otherwise, I'm going to have to move on, my sweet. You're not sure. Okay, if you're not sure about it now, maybe look out for it coming up. Like I say, it might be symbolic. It might be, I don't feel this is a physical message that needs to be sent, as in writing a letter or a text message or anything like that. I just feel that a message needs to be sent that your boundaries are not to be crossed and what the consequences of crossing your boundaries will be. Because I do feel that you're a very proud woman, I won't say. And you are very astute with the way that you handle things, the way you handle life, the way you handle people and situations. So once the lines have been crossed with you, once that trust is broken with you, I feel there's no going back from that. This is the kind of energy I'm picking up from yourself. So I do feel that either somebody is crossing the boundaries with you and creating that sense of mistrust, or it's already happened, or it's coming up. But I do feel that you need to kind of watch out for it. So I do feel a message needs to be sent, as in if you're going to go down this road and you're going to betray me or you're going to break my trust, just be aware that this will be the consequence if I find out that this is what's happened. If you cross the boundaries with me, if you break the trust with me, there will be no turning back. So think very carefully before you act. This is what I want to say. So I feel this is a friendship circle thing. Yeah, so just look out for that coming, my darling. It's not often I get, I wouldn't say it's a negative. All I will say is to you, all I feel like I need to say to you, this message is for you, for you to maybe look at what's going on around you and be more observant, and don't take everything at face value. Okay, so yeah, just be more observant with things. All right, my darling. And make sure you put that message across for anybody that's even contemplating, and just watch and let things play out and see what happens. All right, my darling. Sorry that was a bit cryptic, but it's I can only give you what I get. All right, let's have a look. Elaine, let's come to you, my darling. Oh my days. What is wrong with these cards today? Excuse me 1 minute. Can't get it. There we go. Right. Okay, I have 3 cards that jumped out for you, my darling. So somebody obviously wants to get a message to you. Right. You've got 3 cards jumped out. You've got the 29 cards, 24, 9, 10, 11 is the Master card. So you've got the imprisonment card. Now, this isn't saying that you're going to go to jail or you've committed a crime or anything like that, but this is the energy that I'm feeling with you right now. I feel trapped. I feel like there's no way out. And I feel like I've got very little support. But you have support there, my darling. You've got the little mouse. And the little mouse is talking to you through the vase. And he's saying, you know, there is a way out. I can help you. I can help you change. I can help you remove yourself from the prison that you've put yourself, not put yourself in, but that you found yourself in, I should say. Because I feel like this feeling of entrapment isn't completely down to your own doing. I feel like by helping other people, you've kind of put yourself in a situation which you can't. There's very little room for maneuver. The lock might be rusty and it might be an old tale to tell, but if you ask that mouse, I'm pretty sure he can get the key, unlock that lock, and release you from that prison. So this is about trusting those around you, talking to somebody that you trust, and allowing them to help you bounce ideas off. Okay, my darling? In order to help set you free, because there is somebody that's taking up all your time. There is something that is taking up all your time. And this is what's making you feel entrapped. If you look at the man there, he's not even feeling that pickpocket take his watch. Whereas the lady, she's almost looking directly at him and she's almost smirking at him. So I don't know whether she's finding it funny that this person is taking all his time. I don't know if somebody's putting on you on purpose. I kind of feel like she's almost been set up. He's almost been set up. He's walking absolutely oblivious while this person's taking his watch. So I want to say maybe look around you a bit closer as to what's going on. Don't let people take advantage of you. And if people are putting on you to the point where you're having to repeat yourself with advice or with guidance or whatever the case may be, just know that they are more than capable of sorting this out themselves. And it's almost like they're loving the attention. Stop giving them the attention. Stop giving the situation the time and the attention. Okay, walk away from it. Walk away from it and give yourself that breathing space. Because I do feel that this is a little bit of, like I say, needing attention for the sake of needing attention. Okay, don't let them pull on the heartstrings. I want to say, got high blood pressure and trouble getting it down. Yeah, but the high blood pressure doesn't help when you're stressed, and the stress is coming through because again somebody's taking up all your energy and time with I can't think of the word. It just feels petty. It feels silly. It feels like it's the only way they can grab. They feel that they can grab your attention. And again, you need to reset your boundaries and you need to say, do you know what? Enough's enough. I've given you the advice. I've given you the guidance. You've chosen not to take it. That's down to you. Don't keep coming back to me with the same rubbish. Okay? My mum causes me a lot of... Oh, bless her heart. So, yeah, it might be a case of you needing to... You know, like we deal with an attention-seeking child. You know that they're grabbing your attention, pulling at the heartstrings. Oh, I just need this, or I just need that, or I'm not well today, or I could really do with some... Do you know what I mean? And you've got your own things to deal with, and you need to say, do you know what? I can't do this today. I have my own stuff I need to do. You're absolutely fine. You've got this, you've got that. I've made sure you've got this. There's nothing else I can do for today. Just for today, I need to do me. Okay, my darling. Unexpected income. So whatever it is that you're thinking of doing that you need to take time out for, I don't know if you're thinking of turning a hobby into a business, or whether you're thinking of taking time for yourself in order to get like a part-time job. I don't know if you work already, but there's definitely unexpected income coming in. So look, it might not be a large amount, but it'll be enough to see you right. It'll be enough to make ends meet at the end of the month. Okay. Again, you've got the number 9 card, so this is about tying up loose ends. It's about making the difficult things come to an end, making the negative come to an end, and focusing on the positive and focusing on yourself, because I do feel there's a decision that needs to be made as to whether you carry on sort of, I wouldn't say bowing down to the personal familial situation, but I do feel you need something other than that to keep you grounded, to keep you sane, and to keep you from feeling like you're stuck. Now, whether that be stuck in the situation with your mum, or whether that be stuck in a situation where you're not able to do anything for yourself. When was the last time you did anything for yourself? That's what you need to be asking yourself. Don't feel guilty for wanting to do things for yourself. If your mum needs looking after that little bit more, that's fine. Get some respite help if she's not already getting in any. Look into getting carers for it if she's not already getting into any. But you need to free up some time for yourself and take that space away. Okay, my darling, you don't do anything for yourself. Exactly. So maybe look into that. Look into getting a little part-time job somewhere, or just, like I say, making a hobby into a business maybe. But there's definitely some unexpected income coming in there. All right. Again, it's your choice. We've all got free will. You don't have to listen or take the advice of the cards. That is your responsibility. But what they're telling me is you need time for you. You can still be there for your mum, but you need to take space from that and do things for yourself. Otherwise, you're going to go insane, my darling, and you're going to keep feeling stuck. Okay, so find that mouse. That mouse represents another person, a collaboration, or a company or something. But find that mouse, help them to help you get out of the rut that you're in, and to stop you feeling so trapped by the circumstances that you've got at the moment. All right, my darling, I hope that helps, and I'll say thank you for working with me. Oh, take a drink. I'm a bit parched. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I do appreciate your support. You're very welcome, Elaine. Keep your chin up, my darling, and find something for you. It'll help you feel a bit better about things. And that time away from the situation with your mum will help as well, because it won't feel so much of a struggle. All right, let's have a look. There was somebody. Let me go up. Scrolling. Christine Palmer on YouTube. Let's come to you, my darling. Let's have a look. Let me know you're still there, Christine, please. Just so I know that you're still, because you were a bit further up in the chat. There you go. Hello, my darling. Thank you for responding. It is much appreciated. On the subject of responding, I have noticed on quite a few of these lives that I don't know if it's been an issue with Facebook and YouTube or whether there's been some sort of delay. But all our readers absolutely love you to respond, whether it's a yes, no, maybe, don't know, whatever the case may be. Make sure you respond to them because it takes a lot of energy to make these connections. And don't forget, they're also giving up their time for free. They're not being paid for this. They come on here to help you. So when they don't get respondents, it kind of gets a little bit, they struggle to keep the link, for one, is the main issue when we don't get a response. But it's also a little bit disheartening because you don't know if you're on the right lines, whether you're talking a load of rubbish, and it can feel like you're talking to yourself sometimes. So responses, whether it be on this page, on any other page, whomever you're receiving the message from, whether it be psychic or mediumship or whatever the case may be, the responses are absolutely crucial to helping keep the message strong and to help let the medium know that they're on the right track. And if they're not on the right track, don't be afraid to say you can't accept anything. Because if they're not on the right track, then the message obviously isn't meant for you, meant for somebody else, and somebody else may be able to take the message. All right, so just a little bit of a hint there on how to treat the mediums when they come on. Okay, everything seems a bit topsy-turvy for you, Christine Palmer. I've had to turn the cards around because for some strange reason they came up in a reverse position. Now, that's not a bad omen, don't get me wrong. That's probably just the way I left my cards. But it's interesting how they've turned up and I've had to turn them around. And then when I did turn them around, I had to turn them around again because I got them, I doubled them. But anyway, everything seems a bit topsy-turvy at home at the moment. And the reason why I say at home is because you've got the number 20 card, which is the house card. And this is about home, this is about family, and this is about being left in the dark about something. I'm taking notice of the fact that it's nighttime, but all the lights are on. Even though there's only a little bit of light, all the lights are on. So I feel like you've been kept in the dark about something, but things are about to be enlightened. You're about to see the flaws in the corners, if you like, of the house. Light very often in the dark, when you light up something in the dark, it very often gives things a very different appearance than what it does in the daylight. And you often notice things more in dull artificial light than you do in the daylight, because your senses become more heightened and more awareness. So I do feel that you're in a situation at the moment. This is to do with family. This is to do with house, where things have been a little bit chaotic, but the lights are starting to come on. You're starting to see things in a very different light. Now, I do feel that this chaos has been caused by a female, because you have the main female card. And she looks very I feel like there's some tittle-tattling going on, because I'm noticing the blue chair, how she's got a hand on the blue chair. There's blue curtains behind her. There's blue window frames. There's a blue carpet. And I just feel that this is to do with some sort of tittle-tattling or some sort of rumour or gossip or whatever the case may be, this woman is causing chaos with her communication. Not with the method of communication, but more what she is communicating. I hope this makes sense. Yeah. But I do feel that you know what this is, and you know who this is, and you know why it's causing the chaos it's causing. Now she's steadying herself on the chair. She's got her hand on the chair, but she's also holding a red rose. So I do feel that whatever this is, the intentions are good. It's done out of love. It's not necessarily done with any malice, but she's going about things the wrong way. Does that make sense? It's almost like she's trying to shed light on the situation, hence the house. But she's going about things all the wrong way. And this is why the communication is important. Now, number 2 for me is about putting all your ducks in a row, so to speak. It's about this is something new that's relatively new, that started, but because it hasn't looked to her the way it should, I feel like she's misinterpreting things or misunderstanding things, or she's got the wrong end of the stick, basically. So I do feel that communication is needed in order to sort this out, which it will, because you have the coffin card. So once you've spoken to this person, once you've again cleared up the misunderstanding and made her see things with more clarity and put more light on the situation, I feel that this will stop, the misunderstandings will stop, the gossip will stop, and what she is communicating will stop. But the only way this is going to happen is if you shed light on what is actually going on for this person. Okay. Now I kind of get the feeling that this hasn't happened, because whatever it is that's going on is none of her business, none of her concern. It's between you and another person, or you and other people, that doesn't involve her. And I feel there's a little bit of jealousy because she's not been involved in this conversation. Why she feels she needs to be involved in this conversation is anybody's guess, but she feels kind of a little bit pushed out and a little bit lost, and this is why she's coming to assumptions. Now, without being psychic or spiritual, assumption is the mother of all. I won't swear, but you know what I'm saying. So again, in order to stop these assumptions, and in order for her to what's the word? Yeah, come to her own conclusions, she definitely needs some light spreading on the situation. All right, so I hope that helps. I hope you can clear that up, and I hope things get better. But it will. Once you shed light on the situation, it will end the situation for you. Okay. It's definitely none of her business, because spirit are making my nose itch, and they always make my nose itch when somebody's trying to stick their nose into a business that is nothing to do with them. All right, my darlings. You're very welcome. I hope that made sense. Okay. Let's have a look. Who we're going to next? Who we're going to next? Let me see. Hello, everybody who's just joined. Thank you again for joining me and supporting myself, and also supporting the page. It is very much appreciated. There will be some changes in the next couple of weeks for the page, so look out for them coming. I'm not actually intending on doing spirit readings today. I'm just doing the cards. Again, spirit have already popped in once today. They may pop in, they may not. I will let you know. But the intention is to just do the card readings today. And I'm feeling like my energy's dipped. Who am I going to, please? Let's have a look. Lucinda Austin, let's come to you, my darling. Let's come to you. Oh, my Lord. Well, they definitely want to talk to you. Because as soon as your name came out, I had all them cards and that one flipped itself over. You've got the courtship card and you've got the number 4 card. So this is all about preparation. Preparation for partnership. Now, I don't know if you're already with a partner, romantically speaking, or whether you're looking for a partner. But this is about closer bonds and closer ties. She's wearing the pink, he's wearing the blue. But there's also a hint of purple in that pink, I want to say. It's more like a very pale lavender colour. So I want to say there's healing of the heart that's needed at the moment for yourself. I've lost the comments. Give me a second. Hello, my darling. Yeah, so for you, Lucinda, I feel like there's healing of the heart that's been needed, and I feel like there's been a lot of hurt being caused. You're with a long-term partner. I feel like my heart's aching though. I feel like I don't know whether he's pulling his weight in the relationship or whether there's just something not quite as tight as it used to be with the both of you. So I feel like with this, there's some talking needed, there's some communication needed, maybe to reevaluate. Not reevaluate. Reevaluate's the wrong word. I want to be rediscovered. Does that make sense? I feel like we've got into a bit of a habit with each other. So like you're just going through the day-to-day things. I'm not saying you don't love each other, because I feel the love there, I feel the connection there, but I just feel that we're not feeling as tight as we used to be, and I feel like that needs to be rediscovered. I feel like you kind of need to refresh things in the relationship a little bit. Maybe go out, I don't know if you go out on date nights or whatever, but go for a nice meal, go to the cinema, do kind of fun things, and kind of bring yourselves back together, in the sense that your bond needs to be strengthened and made closer. Does that make sense? To get yourself out of the habit. Number 4 for me is about you've had your new beginnings, you've had your fresh start, you've put all your ducks in a row, but this is about, let me think. Yeah, I just feel like I'm really struggling to gauge to gauge how we used to be. Now, what I want to say is love changes as it grows, and love grows as it changes. I know that sounds funny saying it both ways, but you would know what I mean by that. You need to refresh. Absolutely. Thank you for that confirmation. But I feel like there's definitely been a change in the way that you love each other, in the way, not in the way that you feel about each other, but in the way you actually love each other, physically, mentally, spiritually. I feel like there's aspects of the relationship that have been forgotten because life's kind of got a bit in the way with in terms of work and financial pressures and other pressures that come along with a relationship. So I feel like Valentine's Day would be the time to kind of refresh things, do something fun. Like I say, start going out, even if it's just once a month. It doesn't have to be every week. Even if it's just once a month, going out and just reclaiming that bond and just kind of like falling in love with each other all over again. All right, you understand that, okay, my darling. But this is a message for you today. You both have the energy and the passion to do this because I'm being drawn to his red tie. But I feel like the tie needs to be loosened. So I feel like he feels a little bit choked at the moment, a little bit too, not too tied down as such, but yeah, restrained, I want to say. It has got in the way. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. And I'm feeling like work's got in the way, life's got in the way. I feel like he feels restrained as and limited to I just feel tired. I feel tired with him and I've got no energy for anything else by the time I've done dealing with everything else. We are planning on going on a date night for Valentine's. Oh, good for you. Well, I hope you enjoy yourself. Make sure you enjoy yourself. Leave the phones at home. Leave any talk of work at home. Just be yourselves. Be you again, okay? And remember why you're together. And I feel that's important. You need to remember why you're together and what it is you feel about each other that keeps you going, okay? Make sure you give each other the attention that you need, because this is what I feel it's about. It's about having more attention for yourself and your relationship, and then make it a regular thing, and it should bring you closer together. Okay, so go courting, my darling, go courting and enjoy it, but understand that he's feeling tired and restrained as well. He may not communicate it to you as much, he may not show it as much, but maybe bringing forward that little bit of understanding and letting him know that you understand, and maybe a little bit of reassurance is needed as well for both of you, okay? Because you don't want life to get away with you to the point where it just gets to the point where you go, do you know what? We can't do this anymore. That's the last thing you want, all right? But I feel if you start doing the date nights and you start bringing each other back into the fold and back closer together by April, things will be more settled and you will be just as much as in love as you was when you first got together. All right, my darling, I hope that helps, and I'll say thank you for working with me. All right, that's my time up, people. Thank you for joining me. Again, thank you for supporting Veronica's page. It is much appreciated. I know she appreciates all the support. Oh, my cards again. I will be on Prism of Light on Sunday, fingers crossed, at 12:30. We have other readers on the site tomorrow. We have our daily healing at 6 tonight. So please join in that. I will love you and leave you. Say God bless, stay safe, and I will see you soon. Bye, everybody. Thank you for joining.